Yeah, so from the background, you will get to see that the English Premier League trophy is hanging with three men holding up to see who will eventually pick the crown on the top of the English Premier League trophy. This beautiful Thursday morning, we'll be analyzing who among these three: Arsenal, Mikel Arteta, Manchester City's Pep Guardiola, and Liverpool's Jurgen Klopp. This season is another season that reminds us of when Manchester City with Allegri won it at a dream, or at the 90th minute in the 2013 season, where it was the cup was actually roving around the state city of Manchester from Old Trafford to the Emirates Stadium to make a final decision who emerged the winner of that season's league of the English Premier League that season. But this time around, we would not be saying that, because in the history of the English Premier League, that was the first time ever an historic helicopter roving around the city of Manchester with the trophy, not knowing who will become the champion at the end of the day, until the 90th minute, where Sergio Kun Aguero gave Manchester City that decisive goal in the 90th and 7 minutes at a time of their game in Emirates, in the Etihad Stadium that day. And right now, it is a different case. It is a case where we see three arch rivals: Arsenal 20 years wait, Manchester City defending champion of last season, and Jurgen Klopp's side, who want to bid the coach a beautiful farewell with at least a trophy this season. My name is Ridwan Musago RM Jamson. Good morning and welcome to the Thursday's edition of the program P&B Sports on your number one dial, Politics and Business TV. Let's quickly go for a quick break, and then when we come back, we start up with the local scene where Nigeria has indicated interest to host the 2024 Under-19 Boys and Girls African Beach Volleyball. We'll be right back. Glad to know you're with us, and don't forget that you can watch us live on YouTube and also on Facebook as we are streaming live at the moment. And you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel and also our Facebook channel for other programs coming your way. Now let's quickly start up with the Nigerian which has indicated interest to host the 2024 Under-19 Boys and Girls African Beach Volleyball Nations Cup, which is billed for this year. The president of the Nigerian Volleyball Federation, Engineer Musa Nimrod, made a disclosure at the end of the 2024 President Beach Volleyball Cup in Kaduna State during the weekend. Nimrod told newsmen that the federation poses different cadre of players who can represent the country at various beach volleyball tournaments. He expressed satisfaction in the quality of play exhibited by the younger players at the President's Cup. Nimrod, who doubles as the Secretary General Confederation of African Volleyball CAF B Zone 3, revealed that Nigeria players will embark on West African tour before the commencement of the Beach Volleyball Olympic qualifying games next June. And he is proposing for Nigeria to host the game of the African Cup of Nations later this year. Now let's go straight to the Nigerian Basketball Federation (NBBF), as they have disclosed that the national women's team, popularly known as the Tigress, will be camping in Ghana and the United States of America as part of their build-up for the Olympic in Paris. Now the program release is that just concluded executive meeting of the NBBF in Abuja comprises of both local and international competitions the federation intended to participate in and keep the athletes busy throughout the calendar of the year 2024. Now, President of the Federation, Alhaji Musa Akida, says the board has approved proposal for the Tigress to have 3-phase campaign in Nigeria, Ghana, and also the United States of America for adequate preparation for the Paris Olympics. The Tigers are drawn against Canada, Australia, and France in what is considered as the group of death. Alright, and now let's quickly go straight to the local women's football league, where Edo Queens has secured the Super 6 ticket of the Nigerian Women Football League Premiership, known as the NPWFL games at the Stephen Keshi Stadium in Delta State. Now, reports coming in from Delta State is that under the guidance of Coach Moses Aduko, the team picked an away point against the defending champions Delta Queens, finishing the match with a 1-1 draw. The crucial match saw both the teams fiercely competing until the 84th minute, when Uduma Amrachi broke the deadlock, putting Edo Queens ahead. However, their celebration were short-lived as they could maintain their lead until the final whistle. Yet the draw was enough to advance them to the next round of the competition, with qualification for the Super 6. Edo Queens are now contenders to win the league title. The Super 6 tournament will be a crucial test of their ability and a chance for the Benin-based ladies to claim the top honor in Nigerian women's football for the first time in the history of the club. Alright, now let's go straight to another women's team. This time around is the Nigerians under-17 women's football national team, the Flamingos. According to the schedule, opened their camp on Wednesday in Abuja. That was yesterday. The head coach, Oluwakere Bankwele, has released the list of 25 invited players for the 2024 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup qualifying match against Burkina Faso. Now, the Nigerian Women's National Under-17 football team will face Burkina Faso in the first leg on the 11th of May 2024 in Burkina Faso, with the return leg holding in Abuja, Nigeria. All invited players are expected to arrive camp as of yesterday in Abuja, and some invited players include Nwachukwu Priska, Adebayo Jumai, Adekuke Khadijat, Ibrahim Ayode, and Oluwakere Oluwatoyin, the daughter of the head coach, and Aziz Rakibat and Onyedikachi. Also invited include Afolabi Taiwo, Aderemi Mary, Moshood Shakira, Isiaka Olalade, Abdul Wahab Farida, Joseph Queen, among others. Now, the African qualifier organized by CAF has 4 rounds played between 8 December and 16 June 2024, with the last round coming up in May and June, where Ethiopia faced Kenya and Morocco slug it out with Algeria, while Nigeria goes to toe-to-toe with Burkina Faso. The three-time winners in 2-legged games will represent Africa at the 2024 FIFA Women's World Cup Under-17. Alright, now we'll leave that shows. We'll go straight to the last story we'll be bringing from you from the local scene before we move straight to the next round of the program, where we'll be talking on the English Premier League and these 3 men hanging themselves at the top of the trophy of the English Premier League. Now let's go straight to the Nigerian Professional Football League (NPFL) as they fined Kwara United 6 million naira for providing false information, which led to a fixture adjustment that disrupted the live television broadcast schedule of the match data to win encounter. Now, reports coming in from Kwara is that the charges is read as in a 2-count summary jurisdiction. The Lorry-based club was charged for 1, breaching a rule attracting a total fine of 6 million, and Kwara United caused their scheduled match day 31 fixtures against Aqua United to be moved from Saturday, April 20 to Sunday, April 21, citing a letter claiming that the state government had planned an event at the stadium. The second charge raised that you are in breach of B6.23 of the framework and rules of the Nigerian Professional Football League, in that on Thursday 18th April 2022, prior to your match day 31 fixtures, Kwara United vs Aqua United FC, you disrupted the live broadcast of the game by making false claim about the unavailability of your home ground. A fine of 1 million naira was also imposed on Kwara United for misconduct, while 5 million naira was the fine for disruption of a live broadcast, which is total sum of 6 million naira. Well, I keep saying that these disciplinary panels in line with rules are actually very okay and very decisive to keep our Premier League teams at chest. But the question is, do these Premier League teams have that money, or those money to actually pay for these fines? Because they find it difficult to pay players remunerations, players welfare, coaches allowances, and the rights of them. I was one of those who were directly involved in some of these clubs, and I know what it means and how these clubs actually fare for themselves. Even fee, most at times it is the club that gives them, it is the players that give the clubs funding for these events. Welcome back. We needed to take that quick break, and yes, we're back. And don't forget that you can stream us live on the YouTube page and also the Facebook platform. And now, world number one. Let's go straight to Europe this time around. We'll talk with world number one in tennis, talking about Rafael Nadal. Former world number one has come out to say that he will play when he feels his body is ready to play in the French Open next month, if he feels capable enough to compete. Now the Spaniard Nadal, who is 14-time champion of the Roland Garros, misses the French Open for the first time in 19 years through injury in 2023 games. The 37-year-old has indicated he plans to retire after the 2024 season. He's set to make a farewell appearance at the Madrid Open this week and faces American 16-year-old Darwin Blanche in the first round later today. He says, and I quote, "I was in Paris today. I wouldn't go out to play." Nadal said, "I don't think I'll be able to play as 100%, but it is important to be able to play for the last time in Madrid. It means a lot to me to play on this court where I have had some great moments." Nadal made this request or this recent comeback from injury following a 3-month absence at the Barcelona Open last week, winning his opening match before losing to Australian Alex de Minaur. And the 22-time major winner has only played 5 matches since January 2023 because of hip and abdominal injuries. A former world number 1, he is currently ranked 644th in the world. The French Open, the second Grand Slam tournament of the year, starts May 26. Alright, now let's go back straight to the EPL. Now we'll be giving you the rundown of what happened last night and a day before on what is said to be the decider of the English Premier League this season. Let's quickly start with let's quickly start with Liverpool. Yes, thank you very much for that. We'll be looking at Liverpool where they lost a huge 3-pointer last night. And it was in favor of Everton in the Merseyside derby, as Everton triumphed 2-0 to also continue to ponder wounds or inflict injuries in Liverpool hopes of becoming the English Premier League champions this season. They still maintain the 3rd position with 71 points as Arsenal went on to win 5-0 against Chelsea a day before last night. Now, the cycle of misery that has held Everton in its icy grip for so long was released on the night of passion and fury at Goodison Park that may have applied the final blow to Liverpool's Premier League title challenge. If a first Merseyside home derby win since October 2010 has not cost enough for celebration for Everton, their 2-0 triumph came with what they will regard as a glorious bonus of inflicting potential irreparable damage to Liverpool. This is much clear as the famous old stadium echoed to the taunt of "You lost the league at the Goodison Park" as a leggy Laxtor Liverpool banged their heads on the bricks of wall with what Everton defense outstanding goalkeeper Jordan Pickford had saved. It was that 90-year-old night since it was widely regarded as the most famous evening in Goodison Park history when Bayern Munich were overpowered in the Europa Cup winners semi-finals. This win, of course, does not even touch that significant, but this will be a night Everton fans will remember for a very long time. They stopped their own neighbors for becoming the English Premier League champions so that they don't disturb their nights when they are at slave. Alright, now let's talk about let's pause a bit and talk about Arsenal where they won it last 2 nights ago, 5-0 in London. Also, it was a London derby and a decider for them to win the Champions League. What a coincidence between Liverpool and Arsenal here now. Now the only man who is even standing from the picture behind me, you get to see he's ahead. But in all scenario, it seems Arsenal might be taking the whole picture, even though Arsenal is looking more below. That's Mikel Arteta is looking more below, but it seems his hand is getting closer to holding on to the crown of the English Premier League. What do you think, and who do you think will become the king of England this season? Are we seeing more of Etihad any longer? Are we going to be seeing, because we have a difference between 4 points between Manchester City and Arsenal in the top of the log table? And can Arsenal stop their awaiting run for 20 good years without holding up to the English Premier League? We'll see that. I can imagine for 20 years how many young Arsenal fans were remembered when last they celebrated a trophy when it comes to the English Premier League. Alright, now let's leave that short. Let's quickly glance through the next story this time around at Old Trafford. Manchester United's captain Bruno Fernandes led from the front to ensure another chaotic performance eventually ended in the victory against the relegation-threatened Sheffield United at Old Trafford. With the visitors taking the lead twice, Erik ten Hag's side were staring at a humiliating loss to the side who have won just 3 times in this season. But Fernandes leveled from penalty spot before driving Manchester United in front of the 25 yards 9 minutes from time. The Portuguese created a first goal since February for striker Ramos Hotland for minutes before to move 6 points on to end praises for his manager. Fernandes has now scored 7 goals and collected 2 assists in Manchester United's past 5 games. In total, there have been 27 goals in that period. Manchester United have conceded and scored at least 2 in all of those competitions. 250th academic graduate has also been seen when the young lad came in party to come and play for his team, making him the 250th young lad, or should I say academy graduate. We could imagine or remember when it was